because I will get yelled at otherwise. Okay, it's recording. All right, you guys, does everyone, Carly, you are not at home with a desk. You need to get a piece of paper, woman.
What?
You need a piece of paper. Everyone, grab a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and a pen.
But I gotta get my kids. They're at the park.
Well, then you have to listen to this again afterwards and then do this.
Okay,
So
deal.
do this in your head.
Deal.
Okay, make sure it's a blank piece of paper. I want a nice blank piece of paper for you guys.
Go to my garage.
Okay, while you guys are doing that, how often do you guys feel like with this coaching business, you are just reacting to fires? You're constantly just trying to put out fires. I'll be honest, this whole entire summer, I've felt like I was halfway drowning, just trying to keep my head above water. Just from how busy we were this summer. So we're going to go over all of that tonight because it's stressful. It's stressful feeling like you're too busy and you don't have time for things. Okay, everyone has a piece of paper? We're good? Okay. I want you guys to draw 5 buckets. They don't have to be fancy. They can even just look like little squares. That's what mine look like. Okay, you're going to draw 5 buckets. So I'll do a sample bucket. Okay, here's one of my buckets. You guys can see. And I have a line at the top of my bucket. That's going to show that this bucket won't bleed out into another bucket. This bucket, once it's filled up to this line, it's done. It's not going to bleed into any other buckets. I'm not going to pour some of this in the bucket. Okay. So these buckets symbolize the time that you guys have, the time that you guys spend doing, spending with your children or spending your time on Beachbody or time with your husband, date nights, all that kind of stuff. We are going to separate those into buckets. Okay, so when you're in that bucket, I want you guys 100% focused on it. So how many times have you guys been playing with your kids and you're checking messages on your phone? I'll be honest, all the time, okay? That's been so much of my time, you know, family home evening and we're playing a game and I'm like, oh, someone's texting me, someone wants information about something. Okay, we're going to stop that because that's bleeding into family time and all this kind of stuff, and we're going to stop it because this business shouldn't bleed into it shouldn't bleed into other parts of your life. And same with other parts of your life. When you're sitting down doing your Beachbody stuff, you should be dedicated to that. You know, and I mean, obviously, if you can, Shauna obviously is going to run and change a poopy diaper if she needs to, you know, but this is the goal, to separate these parts of our life into buckets and not have them affect all the rest of our buckets. Okay, so you have 5 buckets on there, and now you guys get to decide what's in bucket number 1, what's in bucket number 2, and what's in bucket number 3. Number 4 and 5, actually, I have mine separated. So I have Beachbody as bucket number 5. Okay, bucket number 5. And I have it separated into 2 different parts. So part of it is working one-on-one with my coaches. And the other part of that bucket is recruiting, spending time on Facebook, talking to people, recruiting. So that's my Beachbody bucket. My Beachbody bucket gets 5 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 5 hours, and that's it. But I can afford to spend that much time because all of my kids are going back to school on Monday. You guys don't have to have 5 hours for your Beachbody bucket. You guys can have 1 hour, and that's totally fine. Okay, so I want you guys to go through I have 16 hours a day and that's with me getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, starting Monday, 5 o'clock in the morning and going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. So I'll show you guys. These are my buckets. They're so fancy. Okay. So my first bucket is me. It's me working on me. My personal development, my working out, it's all about me. So all of that falls into my me time. Personal development, I know we're supposed to do it for Beachbody, but we should do it for ourselves anyway. The other one is family time. And family time isn't always just playing games and stuff like that. Part of family time is, I'm helping them with homework starting Monday. I hate that part. Helping them get ready for school, feeding them breakfast, helping pack their lunches. That is all part of my family time. One of my buckets is my husband. He gets his own one-on-one time. And I actually learned this from Shauna. So he's part of the family time too. But he gets some one-on-one time because we need that. We need that as a couple. We need one-on-one time. When we don't, we get kind of cranky with each other. And then my house. So everything that falls into here is, picking up, doing laundry, getting groceries, cooking dinner, all that kind of stuff. So I have all my time split up between these buckets. I want you guys to do that as well. I want you guys to figure out how much time you have per day to work on Beachbody and set that time aside in your Beachbody bucket. And then I want you to figure out how much time you have with your family, how much time you have with your spouse, how much time, and for some people that might just be the same thing. How much time you get for yourself. Like, we need to separate this all out. Just because sometimes I know for me, I'm not fair to my family when I'm not fully engaged with them. If they want to play games and I'm not in it. My head's not in it. And they know that. They realize that. And I want this to be something that we really work on so it doesn't affect our family, because we're doing this for our family. It shouldn't be a negative thing for them. So I'm going to share my screen real quick so you guys can see. Actually, hang on. Okay. So this is actually something that has come down from corporate. And I think corporate is really trying to help us be able to, I think they see that Beachbody can be something that you're on your phone all the time with or something. How they had it set up was they had 5 buckets, but 2 of them were Beachbody. One was for personal activity and one was for organizational time. I don't like it. I like to have Beachbody just in one bucket because I need an extra bucket. So I want you guys to post in your group or in our team page tonight. I want to know what your buckets are. And I want to know how you're splitting up your time in your bucket. And I'll go ahead and post mine as well. This is something that's kind of important I think for everyone in our group. It's important to know, just to be able to manage our times. And there's some different apps too that what I'm going to be working on Monday is setting up apps so I'm timing myself with different activities. So hopefully that will help. So that's your guys' homework assignment. As soon as you guys get off this call, make sure you have your buckets filled out, and I want them posted in the page. And then, let's see. Okay, I'm going to stop that share. Okay, now we're going to talk about selfies. Because there's kind of an art. There's kind of an art to doing selfies. And I'm not saying I'm the best person out there for selfies. I'm not. There are some great people that do selfies. Sydney, go look at her selfies. Like, all the pictures she takes, every single time I'm like, how did she make her pictures look so professional? She can take pictures of peanut butter and it looks professional, you guys. I'm not even kidding. Okay. So I'm just going to give you guys some examples. Okay. Can you guys all see this? Okay. These are some selfies I just took today. You guys can see. The problem with this picture is that the lighting is really bad in the back. So that's not a great selfie. This one, the same thing. There's a lot of things in the back. You guys can see just there's crap in the background and the lighting is terrible. Is someone saying something? Okay. Tell me if you guys have questions. Okay. This is another one. The lighting overhead, it's bad. The shading on the, like all the lighting on the face, it's just terrible. Plus I have no makeup on today. You can really tell with this picture. Okay. This is a picture. It was taken outdoors. So it's in the shade, but it has natural lighting. This is actually a really good selfie. I would highly recommend. The more pictures you can take outside in natural lighting, do. It totally, I mean, it makes a huge difference with your pictures. Okay, this one is kind of terrible. Just, it has really good lighting, but you can see so much crap in the background that it kind of distracts everything. You can see my little fly strip that has gross flies on it. So, you know, unless you're trying to do a selfie saying, oh my gosh, look at all this mess in my background, but I still got my workout in, then that's okay. Okay, this one, I have seen people on our team post pictures like this. It's completely blurry. If you have a blurry picture, don't post it. It just is distracting for my eyes. And then let's see, this one, this again, you have a fly strip hanging up. You have lights going on in the background. So much distraction background. Don't post a selfie like this. Okay, this is one. I actually had my husband take a couple selfies of me with these containers because I was trying to get a picture of the containers today, and they just weren't looking good. And so this is one that I snapped myself. So that actually ended up looking pretty good. Okay, so those are just some examples of selfie don'ts. Make sure, like, if you have bad lighting in your house, go to some windows, open some windows, like just get as much natural light as you can. So just play around with your selfies, play around with you making different faces, like, you know, I mean, make the weirdest faces you can, and just take a ton of pictures and then pick one. So those are just some general advice for some pictures. And also, oh, I was going to show you. Right. Hold on. Let me go back to share screen.
Let's go.
Okay. So something I wanted to show you. Let's see. Okay. You guys all know the code to my phone now.
There's one of them. There's the other one.
Okay, so this is something, this was actually, I took a snapshot of this. This was what the picture looked like originally before I posted it to Facebook tonight. This is in the app on my phone called Photofy. Hopefully you guys are using apps to change the images, but you can see at the bottom, you can actually use different filters, and I played around with those. This is what it looked like at first, and this is what I ended up with. You guys can see the difference in the pictures, the colors and stuff. I think it just looked a little bit better going that way. So you guys can see the lighting it changed the lighting just a little bit, smoothed out my skin. So that's something, if you're not doing, just play with some different apps that way as well. There's also another app on my, I'll show you actually. I have a couple apps on my phone. WordSwag is a really good one. PicLab is a really good one. PicLab actually has a lot of really good, I'll show you, they have a lot of good, let's go inspirational. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, PicLab, they have a lot of really good, like, sayings that you guys can attach to your pictures. Photofy is one that I use the most. Pick, play, post is one, if you're actually recording video of you working out, you can actually post that with other still pictures. And then YouCam Perfect. This is one, if you guys haven't seen this one, all the top coaches use this. It actually beautifies your skin, so it will take away wrinkles, it will take away zits, it will make your face look all nice and smooth. That's one that I highly recommend. And then Word Dream and Photoshop Express, those are really good ones as well. So these are just some to play around with on your phone. Just play around with taking pictures and playing with pictures and playing with editing them. So anyway, that's all I had for that. And then, I had a few more things. Sorry.
Hold on really quick, Becky.
Yes?
A really good one is I have a lot of coaches on my team that are like, oh my gosh, like I think it's so dumb. Like if I just take like a picture of myself, it looks stupid. They want it to look like they're not taking a picture of themselves. Get timer cam.
Yes.
I use timer cam a lot. Like there'll be pictures and it looks like my husband took it, but I'm just at home, me and myself and I taking pictures of myself.
Oh, well, and if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can actually get one of those little, it's a little thing that you just press the button and it will take the picture for you. So I think I paid like $3 on Amazon and had them send it to me. Also, I got this nifty little thing that you put your phone in. Let's see, like this. And then you just put it down somewhere. It's a little tripod. You just put it down somewhere. Cool. And then you can set it up. So you can make videos on your kitchen counter and it will, turn it on with the little, just a little button thing. Take the pictures, take the video. So those are just some good suggestions of how to take some better pictures at home. Especially if you don't have someone taking pictures. My 7-year-old tries sometimes and he's not the best. And then, customer service tips. I know we have had a lot of issues with customer service lately. So here, hang on. I'm just going to share some tips with you guys. Okay. If you guys have a customer who needs to do a coach switch, I know a lot of other coaches on Team Forward Fitness, a lot of them will just say, hey, send in this email, you have to do this, or you call in. I never do that, you guys. One thing, the less contact that a customer has with customer service, I think the better. So anytime that needs to happen, I will take care of it. All you need from the customer is their email address or phone number, and then you need their order number. So whatever their previous order was, you just need the order number. You can get on, you can call, or you can actually do it over chat. Chat is the easiest because then you have documentation of doing the coach switch. If you have someone who ordered, let's say they ordered T25 a week ago, the T25 challenge pack, they ordered it a week ago, and then they said, oh, I didn't know I could have a coach. Well, I want you to be my coach. How you do it is you just get their order number from them and then their email address or phone number and get on chat and take care of it with the chat. Then you will actually get those, you will get the Success Club points for that, and you will get the commission from that. It used to be you had 30 days to do a coach switch, but they recently changed it to 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks from the time they order to get the commission and the Success Club points for it. If you have a customer with any type of order issues, you take care of it. Don't say, oh, well, you need to call in. Here's the number. You guys take care of it. This will go huge. This will just be huge leaps and bounds with your customers if you are the ones going to bat for them. I've had customers in the past who they ordered they ordered a challenge pack and they got their bag of Shakeology, and I think that's all they were sent. And they were sent maybe like the bonus DVD that comes with their stuff. They didn't get, it was the 21-day fix challenge pack. They didn't get their containers. They didn't get the booklets for how to use the containers. They didn't get anything. And so I called into customer service, explained the situation. So they ended up sending out like part of it. They didn't even send out the whole thing. So my customers called me again and they said, okay, well, we have the containers now, but we're missing this and this still. So I called in, and because they made the mistake the second time, what happened the second time is I called in and I talked to a supervisor and I said, this is unacceptable. They've now been waiting way more than 2 weeks to get their stuff. And here's what you're going to do for them. So they ended up getting a free, I had them sent a free workout video. I think they got like Slim in 6 or something. But they did that because customer service messed up so many times. If customer service messes up more than once on a customer's order, make customer service send them something. Have them send out the P90X bars or just something that's worth, $15, $20 that they can send because they've messed up. I always do that. And I always, if you ever have someone that says, well, we can't do this, get on with a supervisor and just tell them nicely and just say, I need to speak to a supervisor. I'm done talking to you. Send me to a supervisor. They hate talking to me on the phone because I've worked customer service. I was that person that had to send people to a supervisor. So I know what the supervisors can do. So always ask to speak to a supervisor if you don't like what customer service is saying. And then if you ever need to do a 3-way call with coach relations, this is kind of huge. Never get your customer on the phone and then call in because you're going to be waiting for a while, especially if you call on Wednesdays. The wait time is always so long. So you call in, you do the wait time, however long it is, and get the person from coach relations on the phone with you. Explain to coach relations what you're doing, and then tell them you're going to put them on hold while you get your customer on the line. Then get the customer on the line and then get it taken care of. That is by far the fastest and easiest way for your customer, for them to be able to not have to wait on hold. It takes care of them. And it just is, again, it shows your customer service to them, and it shows that you're going to bat for them. So these are just a few of the tips I have for you guys. Do you guys have any others that you guys can think of? Shauna, did I miss any? What do you think, Shauna? Are those all good?
Yeah, no, those are good. Those are what we discussed earlier, so I think we're good.
Okay. Your turn, Shauna.
Okay. So I'm here to share with you guys today what you should not be doing on Facebook besides taking ugly selfies. Not saying you guys are taking ugly selfies, but we just want to make sure that you guys all know exactly what is kind of acceptable and what's not acceptable on Facebook. So first and foremost, do not take a picture of yourself kissing your Shakeology or even with your Shakeology next to your face. I was over at Mindy Rose's house 2 weeks ago and we watched this video from Amy Silverman, who's like, the number 2 coach in the company? And she was like spanking all of us. She's the number 2 coach, so I'll take her spankings. Like, do not kiss your Shakeology. Do not hold your Shakeology next to your face. Like, it's so cheesy. It's so corny. Yes, you can take a picture with your Shakeology in some way, shape, or form. Like, I don't know, sometimes like I'll do it where it's in the background or, I don't know, something interesting, but not this, not kissing your Shakeology, because I'm going to start spanking you too.
We will. We'll do like big spankings.
Yeah.
You'll get a message from us.
What we're going to do is just comment on your Shakeology post with a spanking hand. Okay. Okay.
Shauna, we totally should.
Don't think I won't, people. Don't think I won't. No posting your store link on Facebook, like on your page. Do not post your store link. The reason why that is bad is because that gives somebody the opportunity to go into your page to see all of these prices and not know anything, but already get it in their mind that they're too expensive. Like, looking at the products on our sites are not going to sell the value of them. We as coaches, we're here to sell the value. The challenge group, us as their coach, what comes in their challenge pack. I don't know. I'm not a details person, so when I'm looking at something, I'm not like, well, what exactly does this come with? Like, oh, I'm getting a 30-day supply of Shakeology. Like, I'm not looking at that. I'm going, holy crap, $205 for T25? Like, that's insane. I'm not buying that. That's me. I'm not looking at what's going to come with it. And so our job is to sell the value. And so please do not post your store link to Facebook. That's another spanking. Don't be salesy. I've seen a lot of people recently posting things on Facebook that are super salesy. We are not salespeople. We are share people. That's what we do. We share. We're sharing our story. We're sharing our journey. We're sharing bits and pieces of our story, and we're trying to be relatable. I hate salespeople. Do you guys hate salespeople? Yes, everybody hates salespeople. They're super annoying. Like, who is like rushing out to buy a brand new car at the Honda dealership? Not me. So, yes, Don't be salesy. Just share. Like if you're going to talk about 21 Day Fix being on sale, that's awesome. Talk about it being on sale for just a tiny little second. The rest of your post should be about what 21 Day Fix has done for you and what it can do for them. Be relatable some way, shape, or form. I like it because it just maps out what I'm going to eat for the entire day. As a mom, I'm super busy. So that would be a way that I can make the post relatable is I'm a mom, I'm super busy, I can forget to eat or I don't know what to eat, so I just start shoving goldfish in my mouth. But with the container system, I know that I'm allowed so many carbs, so many vegetables, so many fruits. Like it just maps it all out and I don't even have to think about it. So that's a way to make it relatable. And then you can say, and PS, it's on sale or whatever. But that should be one little part. I've literally seen coaches post 21 Day Fix is on sale. Holler at me if you want more details. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no, all of you know, no one do that. So, don't post ugly selfies. Becky went over that with you guys. And then don't just talk about the product. Talk about like, relate it in some way, shape, or form. This kind of ties to don't be salesy. Relate it in some way, shape, or form to your experience with it. Don't just talk about the product. 21 Day Fix, portion control, tells you what to eat. Like, don't talk about it like that. Like, you guys see what I post. You guys see what Sydney posts. Like, these are what we're supposed to be posting. Like, this is stuff we're supposed to be posting about, not just the products. Like, we are selling ourselves as coaches, not these products. Beachbody sells these products for us. So, don't just talk about the products. One thing I've noticed that's kind of happened a few times recently is people are adding people to their free groups without their permission. Don't do that, please. It pisses people off. So you don't want to be added into somebody's Jamberry stupid group or their It Works wraps or whatever. So if you're going to have a free group and you want to create an event, that's awesome. Invite people to that event. It gives them the option to RSVP or decline. If they have declined or they have not answered, then they don't want to be in your group. And if you think that they would they would really benefit from being in your group, then why don't you just personally invite them? And then if they say no, don't add them in. So don't be adding people into your groups without their permission. If they did not click join, then they are not in your group. Do not run groups on your personal page. I have not personally run into this, but I know that it has been a problem. So do not run a free group. Do not run a challenge group. Do not run any sort of group on your personal page. Groups are reserved for groups. So create a group and run your group there.
Also, along with that, don't run the group in the event.
Oh, yeah, no.
In the event, and you invite people, you can invite everyone to the event. All of your friends on Facebook, you can invite to your event. Don't then run the group inside the event. I've seen that happen as well. It's just bad form.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've seen that as well. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is using stock pics. I don't typically use stock pictures. I never, if I'm talking about 21 Day Fix, I am not going to use a stock pic of 21 Day Fix. I might throw one in somewhere in my collage where there's a picture of me or my containers or a quote or whatever, but do not just use a stock pic. We're trying to be relatable, and stock pics, like, they want to see you. Believe it or not, I know you all think that these people don't want to see you, but they do. They want to see you. Like, whenever I do a post with my face on it, it gets so many more likes and comments and just interaction when my face is there than when it's not. So if you're going to use a stock pic, like, it's okay to sometimes use a stock pic if it is paired with something else, but do not just post 21 Day Fix with containers and DVDs in autumn and say 21 Day Fix is on sale. Let me know if you're interested. Like, don't do that. So I hope you all took notes, because you guys don't want the spank in your comments, do you?
Any questions? Comments? Anything? Okay, that's all we had for tonight. All right. Have a good night.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Night.